And Atletico Madrid will be without Stefan Savic. That's the big team news for Simeone's side. He's been so important to them this season. In fact, an interview with Diego Godin, legendary Atletico Madrid defender and captain, at the weekend, and he picked out Savic as his man of the season so far. Big words when you consider the achievements of Luis Suarez at the other end of the pitch. Well, there's no Savic tonight. Stomach problems just before the game, and he doesn't even make the bench, and it's a very small bench for Atletico Madrid, just 6 players on it. So they are they have been hit by injury problems and various other problems. There's no João Felix either, and they are stumbling. Will they be caught, or will they move back clear of the field tonight with a win over Sevilla? As I say, Sevilla very good at home this season, but beaten already by both Real Madrid and Barcelona. I'm delighted to be joined by Tony Padilla. Tony, is that a fair summing up that of the 10 games remaining, this is probably their most difficult? Sevilla away, although Diego Simeone's record against Julian Lopetegui is excellent, isn't it?
Hi, Pete. Well, also Atletico de Madrid still to travel to Barcelona to play against Camp Nou. That will be also a final. But obviously, let's think how Diego Pablo Simeone used to think. There's no future. It's just today. It's just Sevilla. It's just these 3 points. So important for them to beat Sevilla, but also important for Julian Lopetegui to prove that he's ready to defeat the top 3 clubs. Normally, when Sevilla plays against Barca, against Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, it doesn't end well for the Andalusian side. This isn't just 1 point away at Camp Nou Stadium. The other games against Atletico de Madrid, Barca or Real Madrid all ended up in defeats. So let's see what happens. And there we have Giuseppe Nesiri today in the stands, not playing since the first minute. That's obviously a huge decision by Julian Lopetegui.
Well, he's on good form, Luc de Jong. He scored 3 goals in 3 games on international duty with Holland, but he's only scored 4 times this season for Sevilla. And Nesiri is Sevilla's top scorer with 21 goals in all competitions. But as Tony says, he takes his place in the stand, at least for the start of the game. Fernando is back to hold the fort in midfield. Jules Koundé as well, we just saw there before cutting to the Atletico Madrid. Suarez doesn't look too happy as he comes out onto the pitch. We saw Jules Koundé as there as well, and he's was also very busy on international duty, playing all 3 France under-21 games, but he starts tonight, such an important player. Koke coming out onto the pitch as well. Both the goalkeepers tonight will be under the spotlight. They're the best goalkeepers in Spain according to goals conceded and clean sheets, and of course they were major protagonists as well in their team's last games before the international break, because Oblak saved a late penalty for Atletico against Alaves, and of course Bono scored, earning Sevilla a point in their match before we broke off for internationals. There's the magnificent image of the Sanchez Pizjuan, and we'll get the teams up now. There is Bono looking for his 2nd goal of the season tonight, between the sticks for Sevilla. The back 4 from right to left: Navas, Koundé, Diego Carlos and Acuna. Joan Jordan, Fernando and Rakitic in midfield, with Suso, De Jong and Ocampos up front.
No big surprises. Fernando's back in the team, so important, and Lopetegui faced the doubt to choose between Rakitic, Papu Gomez and Oliver Torres. Oliver, a former Atletico de Madrid man itself, and finally he decided to give a chance to Ivan Rakitic, someone used to play games like that.
Well, we're just waiting now for the Atletico Madrid team. It's Cesar Sotogrado in the video assistant referee tonight, and Jesus Gil Manzano is the referee out on the pitch. Oblak in goal then for Atletico Madrid. Then it's that back 5 with Trippier and Lodi, the wing backs tonight. Felipe Jimenez and Hermoso, the 3 central defenders, and then we've got Llorente, Koke and Saul behind Lemar and Suarez. Lemar also had a very good international break, played 2 games for France, and he has the responsibility of supporting Suarez tonight in the absence of João Felix.
Yeah, it's true that João Felix, the Portuguese stud, it's not used to play all the games. The relation between João Felix and Diego Pablo Simeone is quite strange. It's like a love affair, but sometimes it doesn't work, and João Felix ends up in the stands, in the bench. So let's see if Thomas Lemar is able to make the difference in this important game for Atlético Madrid. They need to prove that they are ready to win the clincher title, and they need to do it in this stadium, beating Sevilla.
Well, it's not going to be easy. 6 of their last 4 are away from home. As Tony rightly points out, one of those is a trip to the Camp Nou. They've got Betis away next week as well. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it the hard way. Well, Diego Simeone wouldn't have it any other way. Koundé clears the ball forward towards De Jong. It's headed away by Felipe. Felipe wins the second duel of the night against Luc De Jong. The ball goes out for a throw.
In the last game before the international break, well, Atlético de Madrid fight so hard against Alaves with that famous penalty kick saved by Jan Oblak in the last minutes that denied Alaves to at least save a point in the Wanda Metropolitano. Wasn't a good performance of Atlético de Madrid, but Simeone is happy when they win when they are able to win the 3 points. Let's see if some important players, especially I'm thinking in Luis Suarez, had time to rest because he wasn't called up to international action because it wasn't games in South America. If Luis Suarez is ready to score a lot of goals, that will be so important for Atlético de Madrid.
Acuna. Long ball forward finds Campos. Campos back to Rakitic. Crossfield pass to Jesus Navas. Misunderstanding there, and Atlético Madrid win the ball back. And here is Thomas Lemar. Suarez. Top scorer for Atlético Madrid this season. He scored 19 of the team's 51 goals, so he's taken the responsibility on his shoulders. There's Julian Lopetegui, a man who, as I mentioned, doesn't do too well against Diego Simeone. He's never beaten him.
No, it's the next step for Julian Lopetegui and for Sevilla. They prove that they are the 4th team right now in La Liga, that they deserve to play in Champions League next season, but unable to beat the top 3. So they need to prove themselves that they deserve to be up there, that even if Real Madrid or Barca are unable to win the games, they have an option to end in the 3rd position or even in the 2nd one. So that's why it's so important for Sevilla as well to beat Atlético de Madrid, to prove themselves that they are up there with the Spanish giants, and it's what Julian Lopetegui is thinking on.
Well, it's not fair to say he's not a winning coach because, of course, he won the Europa League last season. But as you say, in the league, it always just seems a step too far when they come up against the really big sides. And it was back in January when they lost 2-0 against Atlético at the Metropolitano, when really the last hopes of them actually being involved in the title race disappeared. But they can still influence it tonight.
Let's see what Sevilla is able to do against this Atlético de Madrid that, as we expected, the ball is all for Sevilla, the possession it's on the local side. But look at this high pressure of Atlético de Madrid. It's like they want to create problems really close to Bonu. So different approach of the game by Atlético de Madrid.
Koundé out to Navas, back to Jules Koundé. Acuna. The pressure from Marcos Llorente, who found himself playing as a right back for Spain, but he's back in a far more advanced position. The referee allows play to continue despite Felipe's foul. The ball goes out to Navas. De Jong waits in the penalty area. He's been joined by Rakitic. The shot in the end is pushed away by Jan Oblak, and that goes down as the first chance for Atlético Madrid.
And yellow card for Felipe. He was so late in that hard tackle on Lucas Ocampos.
Well, it's not a great start for Felipe. He's now got 85 minutes potentially to navigate on a yellow. He's been the weakest link at times in that back 3. Doesn't look the happiest playing the system, and that was well, almost an orange there, going down on De Jong's Ocampos' ankle.
At the beginning, I thought that maybe it was an overreaction of Lucas Ocampos, the way he was moving after the fall, but after City, what we saw in TV, It's a really hard tackle of the Atlético de Madrid defender. More red than yellow, even, in my opinion.
Well, the referee may even be asked to have another look at it. Video assistant referee can ask him to do that. As we see again, the shot palmed away, punched away, I should say, from Suso by Oblak. Oblak, who's conceded just 18 goals this season in 28 games. Bono at the other end, only 16 in 24, as we see the foul again. 14 clean sheets for Oblak, 12 from Bono. They are the most effective goalkeepers in the division. Ocampos is back on his feet. Of course, he had that horrendous injury earlier in the season when he was fouled by in the game against Getafe. Gené was the culprit on that occasion. Tonight is Felipe, but he is back on his feet, and Acuna will take the throw. Back with Acuna. Trippier pokes it out for another Sevilla throw, which Acuna takes. Finds Jan Cordan. There's a chance here. Two players penalty. Going down. It's a penalty. Well, Gil Manzano had a decent view of that and pointed immediately to the spot. It's a disastrous start for Atlético Madrid. Jimenez is arguing against the decision. Rakitic is the man brought down. We'll have another look at it here. It's Jan Cordan playing the ball through to Rakitic. Well, let's see where the contact comes.
It's Jimenez. Well, no.
Well, I'm not seeing the contact. Let's have another look at it.
Yeah, here it is, yeah.
It's Saul who comes down on Rakitic's right foot.
It's Saul here. He will see it so clearly. That's the moment. Clear penalty. Not that. So before the international break, Atlético de Madrid conceded the penalty against Alaves. So now, after the international break, it's all the same. Another penalty, another moment for Jan Oblak.
About 12 minutes between the two of them, because of course that one came at the end of the game, and this one right at the start of the game is Ocampos' chance to put Sevilla into the lead here. Ocampos against Oblak, and he saved it again. It comes out and it's cleared. Saul is the man who clears the loose ball, and he'll be more than grateful because he was the player that gave away the penalty. So early drama in this game. Ocampos has missed the penalty conceded by Saul on Rakitic. Oblak definitely had one foot still behind the line, and providing the Atletico players hadn't encroached, then they're off the hook here, and it's still 0-0.
So the same history that happened against Alaves, Jan Oblak denying the other team to score against Atlético de Madrid, is so that maybe it's not the best of football by Lucas Ocampos, but all the credit to the Slovenian keeper.
Cordan shoots! Well, it's all happening in the first 8 minutes, Tony, as we would have wanted. And as you say, it wasn't the best of penalties, was it? Not by Ocampos' very high standards. It was quite a nice height and it was fairly central, but Oblak saves Atleti again.
And now it's a problem if you are a Sevilla player. You're thinking, okay, it's 10 minutes. We create a lot of situations to score a goal. We are better than them. We have a penalty, still 0-0, and we know which kind of team is Atlético de Madrid. If we don't score soon, maybe they will have one chance and score one.
Cordan with the ball out to Suso. He's got Navas outside of him. Navas receiving. The cross is a deep one. Ocampos with a header. De Jong with the second header. And, well, Felipe made the clearance. It's all Sevilla at the moment. Koundé. Is there any respite here? Llorente. Forward to Suarez, who's been caught by Diego Carlos, and that will give them some respite. And there's a yellow card out as well for Diego Carlos.
Another yellow card. Also important, that one, as Felipe for Atlético de Madrid. Now it's Diego Carlos. 10 minutes and two fullbacks with the yellow card. One on each side.
Well, here's that opportunity again. It was Ocampos' header across the face, across the 6-yard box, and De Jong in the end couldn't get his header past Felipe. Good defending from Felipe. Hermoso. In fact, that was Felipe out to Trippier, forward to Llorente. Those two have linked up so well this season. Felipe clears, Acuna forward. One back by Koke, but then one back by Ocampos. Fernando. Jan Jordan, back to Koundé. Sousa back to Navas. All over the top towards Jordan, and it reaches him as well. He was then sandwiched by two Atletico Madrid players, and he's gone down holding his knee.
It's more or less the kind of game we expected, a fierce battle between two teams with different approach into the game. But
well, it's Felipe again, and he's already been booked. I mean, he ended up doing more damage to Saul than to Jordan, so that might save him from a second booking.
So not the best start of the game for Saul or for Felipe. Felipe already with a yellow card. Saul, the one who committed the penalty. Then they commit a foul, and they crash one against each other. So if now Felipe is in the ground, it's because he collided against his teammate. Also, quite strange to look at the right feet of Jan Oblak.
Well, Oblak certainly was correct. I'm not so sure about all the Atletico players, whether they were all outside of the area when the kick was taken. Anyway, the penalty wasn't scored. Julian Lopetegui wasn't very happy about that. It remains 0-0, and we haven't seen a second card for Felipe. Still a player down. I think it is Felipe.
And obviously not good news when you have someone injured, but Atlético de Madrid needs that. Stop the game because it was all about Sevilla. It's like had the chance to call a timeout to stop what was going on. Not the best start of the game of Atlético de Madrid. They need to perform better. They need to defend better, not just rely on Jan Oblak if they want to win this game.
Well, they're just 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. Obviously, this being their game in hand, as it were, and Barcelona 4 points behind and play tomorrow night against Valladolid. That's how it is at the top at the moment. Diego Carlos. Acuna back to Koundé. And for the moment, it is indeed Lemar who's closest to Suarez, highest up the pitch. Here's Acuna. Past Trippier. Ball out to Ocampos. Back to Rakitic. Koundé gets the ball back from Suso. Jordan into Ocampos. Out to Jesus Navas. Suso. Three goals this season so far, all of them fantastic goals as well. Suso.
Suso's not this kind of player that scores normal goals. Every time he goes on target, it's a beauty. It's a piece of art. Very interesting that Sevilla recovers the ball really up front. That doesn't allow Atlético de Madrid to go into the attack.
Lodi with the ball back to Lemar. And Lemar with a shot, and comfortably taken by Bono, who bowls that one out quickly to Jordan. He finds Ocampos. Ocampos gets a run at Trippier, and is blocked by him and wins the foul.
Now Atlético de Madrid needs to commit a lot of fouls to stop Sevilla players. And obviously that's quite dangerous because then you can be shown the yellow card and it will be a different game for you during the rest of the game. It's the situation right now for Felipe.
They also have two of their centre-backs. One yellow from suspension as well, Hermoso and Jimenez.
And the next game, it's in the same
Betis,
city,
yep.
Not in the same stadium. It's against Betis.
Ocampos back to Fernando. Koundé to Suso. The pattern of the game continues. It's attack against defence at the moment. Sevilla's attack. Jordan. Fernando to Ocampos. Acuna with the cross, and Trippier got something on it, so it will be a corner. Diego Carlos and Koundé both up from the back. In the end, it was Ocampos who got his head to it, but headed it wide.
And Sevilla, it's always on the attack. No news of Kieran Trippier, the Englishman. Well, obviously he's defending so well, but Atlético Madrid also needs the Englishman to go forward into the attack and try to connect with Suarez. Against Alaves, the goal came exactly in a situation like that. Trippier attacking on the right, providing a good cross, and the header of Luis Suarez.
Suso back to Fernando. Picks out Acuna. In turn picks out Jan Jordan. And here's Suso once more. Navas the captain. Up against Lodi. Cross comes in. Across to Ocampos, and caught it on the volley, but couldn't get his left foot around it. He goes out for a goal kick. I mentioned Simeone's record against Lopetegui. He's never lost against him. He's got a pretty good record against Sevilla, full stop. In 18 meetings, he's only lost once against them.
Just once. That's incredible. A former Sevilla player itself.
Well, the recorded minutes applause for Antonio Puerto, of course, on minute 16 that we would hear usually in a full Sanchez Pizjuán. Here's Acuna.
Sevilla was the first club of Diego Pablo Simeone here in Spain. He was playing in Italy, in Pisa, and then he came to play for Sevilla under an Argentinian manager, Carlos Salvador Vilardo, the world champions in 1986. He even played next to Diego Armando Maradona. And that's Sevilla side at the beginning of the 90s.
With Monchi as the reserve keeper. No?
Yeah, they were like the wild bunch. Really crazy team, always going, defending so hard. And Simeone, well, really loved the years he lived in Sevilla. But obviously, if it's a love history between the club and Diego Pablo Simeone, either as a player or as a manager, it's with Atlético de Madrid.
Absolutely, and coming back with Atleti's tended to prosper, but they've not started this game very well. They do have a set-piece situation here. Trippier is over the ball. Just the one shot on target so far for Atlético Madrid. Bono saving from Lemar. Let's see what Trippier can do with this. It's headed away by Fernando. Koke finds Lemar. Llorente making a run ahead of him. Lemar checks back. Thomas Lemar once more. Felipe under pressure from De Jong. Out to Lodi. They win it back, Sevilla. De Jong. Rakitic. Out to Navas. In fact, it was Suso. Navas had made the run on the overlap. He played it back instead to Jordan.
It's important for Ivan Rakitic to play games like that. That's why he came back to Sevilla, the city he loves so much, after winning a lot of trophies at Barca. But it's true that he's not used to play all the games under Julen Lopetegui. Sometimes he prefers Oliver Torres, sometimes Papu Gomez. But today, a good chance for the Croatian midfielder.
Suso once more finds Acuna. Acuna tries to pick out De Jong. Ball is headed away, but only as far as Navas. Navas will send in another cross. It almost reached Ocampos. Llorente can get rid of it here. Shoulder to shoulder with Acuna. He plays it forward. Saul is second to that. Fernando gets there first. Inside to Ocampos. Ocampos with the shot. No, Black gets down very well to his right to make the save.
So that's what happened in the penalty. the foot of Lucas Ocampos, but denied by Jan Oblak. Okay, so what's the best player by far until now for Atlético de Madrid? Yes, Jan Oblak. That it means that Atlético's not playing a good game.
Well, if plan A doesn't work tonight for Diego Simeone, he doesn't have too much of a plan B. On the bench, Gribic, the goalkeeper, Kondogbia, Vesalico, Herrera, Vitolo and Correa. So apart from Correa with his 4 goals, you wouldn't be, as an Atletico Madrid fan, too confident about that bench providing too many solutions. But plenty of time still for plan A to work for them here. Here's De Jong. Rakitic, crossfield pass, picks out Navas. Suso. Jordan. Back out to Navas. He'll hang another cross in the air, will he? Lodi trying to make sure that he can't. In the end, he shoots Navas, and probably regrets that. In the end, it goes wide. There's the penalty again.
Lucas Ocampos know for sure that it wasn't the best decision to shoot a penalty like that. Quite easy for Jan Oblak. Obviously, he understands the direction of the ball, but it's easy to stop a ball like that.
Well, he's having another fantastic season, Jan Oblak.
Remember the first season of Jan Oblak when he came to the Spanish capital, coming from the ranks of Benfica, and some people were thinking, okay, this keeper is able to play in the same level as Thibaut Courtois. We're not sure of that. He proved that Atlético de Madrid was right. Jan Oblak, right now, one of the best keepers in the game.
Well, he's also adding penalty saves to his armoury, really, because he was criticised for not getting near any of the penalties in the shootout when Atletico Madrid were beaten by Real Madrid in the Champions League final for the 2nd time. But he saved the last 2 that he's faced in La Liga. Llorente plays the ball back to Koke. Here's Lemar.
And finally, Atletico de Madrid with some possession.
Jimenez.
Here's Sevilla defending 4-4-2, trying to stop Atletico de Madrid. Atletico with patience.
Well, Llorente trying to find Trippier, but Ocampos working hard had cut out that particular line. Difficult to remember Luis Suarez touching the ball too much in this opening 22 minutes. He's going to get a touch here. Diego Carlos shadowing him. He manages to play the ball out to Lodi. The cross comes in and it's headed away by Fernando, only as far as Llorente. Llorente gets away from Acuna. Saul from the edge of the area, and Bono makes the save. Well, it wasn't Saul, it was Cocky. I was going to say Saul scored in the first game, which he did between the two sides in January, 2-0. But that was Coque from the edge of the area. So they've had 2 shots on goal. Bono's had to make 2 saves, despite the fact they haven't made the greatest of starts.
And Marcos Llorente obviously feeling more comfortable playing up front, more as a second striker, as a winger, instead of that right-back position he played with the Spanish national side.
Jordan. Ball out to Acuna. That was somewhat strange from Luis Enrique, wasn't it? Or was that just because of the limited options in that position at the time?
It's so that he don't find the man to play in that position. He called Pedro Porro, now playing in Portugal with the Sporting. And he understood that it was the games to try something new. And I remember when I saw Marcos Llorente...
the cross here and headed away by Felipe.
So when I saw Marcos Llorente playing as a right back, I remember the words of Diego Paulo Simeone, who explained that Marcos Llorente can play in every single position in the field, but keeper. Obviously, he cannot play there.
Well, he must have played pretty much in every position already for Atletico Madrid, save for the central defensive positions.
He's everywhere, on the right, on the left, second striker, as a holding midfielder. Well, at the beginning he was that, a holding midfielder. Remember that amazing season he played with Alaves when they made it to the Spanish Cup final. He was a really good holding midfielder, but suddenly Simeone understood that something was going on in the training seasons, because Marcos Llorente was always scoring a lot of goals, is when they decided to change something. And then it came that famous victory away at Anfield against Liverpool, when all the world discovered that Marcos Llorente was something else. And here it's Atletico's system, this 5-4-1 position more or less when it's time to defend.
Ball across to Acuna. Jordan to De Jong, back to Diego Carlos. Rakitic finding Suso. Felipe comes away with it. Lemar back to Lodi. And Lodi tries to give it back to Lemar, but he puts it straight out of play. Not the most confident start from Lodi either, who's been out of favour in his second season at the club. He was one of the heroes that night that Tony mentions at Anfield. But Carrasco has really moved ahead of him in that left wing-back position. Carrasco suspended tonight for this one. Here's Koundé. Navas gets the cross in once more. Ocampos trying to get his head to it. In the end, Jimenez and Trippier jumping for the same ball. One of them got their heads to it, and it goes out for a corner. Trippier's header away. Acuna will take the corner. Deep one out swinging. Koundé gets his head to it, but sends it wide.
But it's another four by Sevilla's players. It's all about them. They attacking so well. It's true that this was a clear chance, the second one for Atlético de Madrid. But it's Sevilla who's playing better football in this game.
Well, we said it before the international break, and we find ourselves saying it again in the first 25 minutes of this game. Atletico not looking like champions-elect, but they still have that cushion at the top.
But they are looking like the same old Atlético de Madrid. They always focus in defense, try to don't commit mistakes, and then if they have a chance, they will try to score. It's more or less what they done against Barca at the Wanda Metropolitano. Barca with the ball, and then it was that mistake of Marc-André ter Stegen, and Carrasco scored the goal.
Suso with the cross, and Rakitic puts it out of play for another goal kick.
Very interesting, the movements by Ivan Rakitic and also by Lucas Ocampos, always finding spaces inside Atletico's Madrid box. It's Luuk de Jong creating that spaces, and every time that it's a chance, Rakitic goes inside the box, and that's how he won the penalty, in fact.
Llorente wins the header. Suarez nods that down for Saul. Saul tries to give it back to Suarez. Koundé made the interception. Jordan plays the ball back to Bono. Free kick taken quickly by Koke. Here's Lemar, Lodi to his left. Koke back out to Lodi. He wins the throw. And already Angel Correa warming up for Atletico Madrid.
It's someone is injured, or Simon is not happy with the performance.
Diego Carlos finds Rakitic in space. He's got Ocampos and De Jong ahead of him. Finds Ocampos. He's waiting for Navas. For once, Navas wasn't there. He is now. The cross comes in. It's blocked.
At the beginning, it was 3 Sevilla players against 4 Atletico de Madrid defenders, and suddenly they raised the head, and it was all full of Atletico de Madrid defending. 9 men, they react so well to stop this Sevilla counter-attack.
Suso finds Koundé. Rakitic out to Acuna. Checks back onto his right foot. The cross comes in. Still not been completely cleared. Out to Navas with the cross shot. Well, another half chance for Sevilla.
And everyone into the attack, because it's a cross of Acuna. Here it is, the left back, and who ended up with this effort is the right back, Jesus Navas.
Well, Navas and Acuna are playing far higher up the pitch than, and of course they're playing as full-backs, effectively in a back four, but far higher up the pitch than Atletico Madrid's wing-backs, Trippier and Lodi. Here's Acuna again, long ball forward towards Ocampos, dealt with by Jimenez, down to Trippier, Trippier to Felipe. Felipe brings the ball out from the back, finds Llorente. Suarez. Forward to Lemar. Trippier, now he is in a position where he can do something in an offensive sense. The cross comes in and is cleared by Navas, better from Atleti, and a corner. And Correa is going to come on.
No, it can be Thomas Lemar.
Well, in terms of the way that they lined up, that would be the most like-for-like change. Lemar has just turned around and is looking towards the bench, but it's Felipe. Is Felipe going off, or is? Well, we'll find out soon enough as Coca goes over to take the corner. In swinging corner. Bono has dropped it and it's hooked away.
Luis Suarez asked for a handball. I'm not sure if he's right, because Luis Suarez normally is always claiming for a possible penalty.
Saul keeps that in play.
Offside.
Offside. Well, we will find out who Atletico Madrid are about to take off. It's Angel Correa is about to come on. He was almost impeded there by Diego Carlos Bono, but it was Diego Carlos who then hooked the ball away.
Here's the moment when Luis Suarez asked for a handball. Obviously, the ball touched the hand of Sevilla defender, but it's really close to the body. No penalty there.
Here's Acuna. Cordan away from Lemar. Suso with the ball out to Navas. Navas back to João Cordan. Lifts his head. Tries to pick out Ocampos. Header away from Trippier. Correa still waits to come on. Here's Acuna. This time it's Llorente throwing his body in the way of the cross. Saul clears only as far as Fernando. And it looks as if he was going to shake to shoot there, but in the end he plays the ball out to Navas, and the flag is raised. Well, we're now going to get the change.
Lodi.
Well, he hasn't had the greatest first half hour, Lodi, but you do still wonder if it's not a physical problem rather than a tactical thing.
Look at left foot of Renan Lodi. It seems like it's a physical problem.
So we'll see how they readjust with Lodi having gone off. Will Lemar have to go out and play as a left wing back, or will they go to a back four with Hermoso?
Right now it seems like it's a back four, but well, we need to see how they defend, because sometimes Atletico Madrid change system in order if they need to defend and go into the attack. So it seems that it's some kind of physical problem, and that's the explanation of why Diego Simeone preferred to change Renan Lodi.
Fernando with the ball out to Navas. De Jong. Suarez. Lemar finds Llorente. Trippier's on the run down this right-hand side. Correa, back to Llorente. Spins away from Rakitic and plays the ball back out to Trippier. Trippier with the cross, just went beyond Correa. Koke from the edge of the area, his shot is blocked by Rakitic. Out for a throw.
It's amazing how easy it seems to play football when you are Marcos Llorente. Obviously it's quite complicated, but always the right decision, always clever, always in the right place. Amazing player.
Suarez goes down under the challenge from Koundé. Play continues. Out comes Bono. Well, they're nothing if not durable, Atletico Madrid. They've weathered the storm here. There's only 10 minutes to go before they get to half-time, and it's still 0-0.
And they changed system, now defending with back four.
Koke. And in fact, it's Saul who's gone out to that left-hand side. So when if they do, as you mentioned, end up defending with a 5, it'll be Saul, not Lemar, who's given that responsibility. Koundé plays the ball back to Bono. Now in his 6th season at Atletico Madrid, Saul. It's not been a too happy a season so far. Trippier, Correa, Llorente, Suarez ahead of him. Back to Lemar. Does well, Lemar. Finds Correa, who in turn finds Trippier. First time cross, cleared by Diego Carlos, only as far as Correa. Back out to Trippier. Lemar twisting and turning on the edge of the area. Diego Carlos makes the clearance up towards Ocampos, who's brought down by Hermoso, by Jimenez. Doesn't agree with the decision. And Acuna will take the free kick. Forward to Jordan. Clever header in towards De Jong. Sevilla throw.
No, it's harder for Sevilla to try to break Atletico's defense. Since they changed system, it seems like Atletico feels more comfortable in that with that system. Now it's five on the back. Look at how finally it's playing as a right back, as a left back, more or less, as Saul. But then when they recover the ball, he goes into the attack. But it's still Saul playing as a left back in the position where he was playing Renan Lodi.
Fernando out to Suso. Crossing towards Jordan, only half cleared in the end. Jimenez has to head away, only as far as Koundé. Suso to Navas. Diego Carlos finds Acuna. Trippier back to Jimenez, but there's no time to dwell on the ball in his own area because De Jong was closing him down. But they do come out with it, Atletico Madrid, but they don't get very far. Sevilla throw. Rakitic wants to take it quickly. 67% of possession for Sevilla. We expected them to have more of the ball maybe than Atletico, but perhaps not quite as much as that. Out now with Navas. Navas, Jordan leaves it, the shot comes in, it's blocked by Jimenez, comes back out to Rakitic. Suso with the cross this time, and the acrobatics from De Jong, and Trippier in the end felt the full force of that. Well, time and time again, Navas or Suso have been able to put the ball into the area. Looking for De Jong and for Ocampos. But with 5 minutes to go before the break, All Black's clean sheet is still intact. He's had to save a penalty though to make sure of that. It's his kick now. Down the pitch looking for Saul.
At the beginning it was all about Sevilla, but now Atlético Madrid react, and now they're defending so well. The game is slowly changing. It's true, Atlético Madrid still with no chances to score the first one, but now it's a higher mountain to climb for Sevilla. They understand that it will be harder for them to have chances and try to beat Jan Oblak. And what they will be thinking in the penalty they miss.
Well, the zip does seem to have gone out of their football, doesn't it, Tony? Which will please Atletico Madrid fans. They want to see more from their team at the other end. That ball over the top, looking for Suarez, runs all the way through to Bono.
I'm sure that Atletico Madrid fans, at the end, what they want is to see Atletico clinching the 3 points and being able to fight to win the title. But obviously, well, that's Simeone's style. Playing like that, they won a lot of trophies. They became great again. But I'm sure that also a lot of people think, okay, maybe with the quality of players we have, we can play a different style. I'm not talking to be quite offensive, but at least try to be a little bit more, I don't know, try to play more beautiful football.
Rakitic finds Navas. Navas! Well, again, he looked to go for goal rather than the cross. There was a gap there at the near post, and he tried to find it. The flag had been raised. Might have needed the video assistant referee just to confirm that offside if he had managed to creep that in between Oblak and his near post. There you can see 9 attacks down the right hand side in the first half. Flicked on by Koke, but only as far as Fernando. Back out to Navas, ball over the top for De Jong. Saul straight to Fernando. Fernando to Jean Cordan. Fernando plays the ball out to Suso. Back out to Navas, who's now Saul's problem, having been Lodi's problem for the first 20 minutes of the game. Well, Rakitic can do his old team a favour tonight. And Julian Lopetegui can do his old team a favour. I'm not sure he'd be quite as desperate to do Real Madrid a favour, but
it's true that if you look at the bench, it's plenty of options for Julian Lopetegui to change the game. You have Oliver Torres, you have Papu Gomez, you have obviously Youssef En-Nesyri, Munir El Haddadi, a lot of players. Look at the bench of Atlético Madrid, and they already made one substitution because Renan Lodi is injured, so Correa's in. Right now it's just Bersalico, Vitolo, Kondogbia and Héctor Herrera.
Well, there's a mistake at the back here. It's Suso. He finds Ocampos. Ocampos with the shot. It's blocked. It comes out as far as Lemar. He's surrounded by white shirts. Felipe in the end tries to clear it, puts it out of play for a throw. Still under pressure here in the last minute of the first half.
The beginning, they're checking for a possible handball. Oh no, they need to to restart again. I was thinking that maybe Lucas Ocampos, since he missed the penalty, he's not playing the same command football. He started playing really well, and since he missed the penalty, it's he's like angry, frustrated.
Well, it was another mistake by Felipe originally that led to the Sevilla chance. Acuna puts the ball out. We're about to find out how much time will be added on. Trippier to take the throw. And here's Thomas Lemar. He's got some space. He's got Saul to his left. He finds Saul. Saul's cross is cleared by Koundé. Comes out as far as Ocampos, who's popping up more on the right in the latter stages of this half. He's got Suso to his right. He finds Suso. De Jong wants the cross. There is the cross. It goes beyond him. Saul makes the clearance, and De Jong is penalised. And there are 3 minutes that have been added on to this first half. Well, for a long time, as we just look at that, the reason why they've been given the free kick, Atletico Madrid, for a long time, we thought that Atletico had the best squad of the 3 teams chasing the title, but it's been whittled down by injury and illness, and that's the case tonight with that late pull-out from Savic with stomach problems, João Felix with the ankle injury, Carrasco with the suspension, and they might need to make changes in the second half, but as Tony's already said, there aren't too many options for Diego Simeone, far more options for Julian Lopetegui as the 2 coaches try and influence the second half. The ball out now to Trippier. Lemar and Koke exchange passes. Here's Lemar in some space once more. Picks out Trippier. Trippier's cross goes long.
Not the best effort of the Englishman. I'm not sure if Atletico de Madrid fans will be happy with the draw here at Ramon Sánchez-Pizjuán. Obviously, it's complicated to beat Sevilla away, but if you just get the point, okay, we have 4 points of distance with Real Madrid, but Barca, 1 game in hand. They play tomorrow against Valladolid at the Camp Nou Stadium, and Valladolid will miss a lot of players. So if Barca find a way to beat Valladolid, then it will be just 2 points of difference, and Barca will be the owner of his own destiny, because it's still a Barca Atletico.
We would then be able to say that Barcelona can win the title by winning all their games. Cordan back to Koundé. Rakitic. Lemar comes away with it for Atletico Madrid. Llorente. Jimenez to Felipe. Closed down by Suso. Out to Saul. Well, we've almost played the 3 minutes to be added on. Fernando with the header, and there goes Jesus Gil Manzano's half-time whistle. I suppose Sevilla will be happy, Tony, with the way they played, but not with the fact they haven't taken advantage of the dominance that they've had.
And we were thinking that penalty missed by that man, Lucas Ocampos, at the beginning. Sevilla playing good football, going into the attack. They had the chances to score, but that man is making the difference. If right now Atletico Madrid is winning at least a point here at the Ramon Sánchez-Pizjuán, is thanks again to Jan Black.
Well, that's the situation at half-time here. It's Sevilla 0, Atletico Madrid 0. Atletico looking just as groggy as they were before the international break. Let's see if things pick up for them in the second half, or if Lopetegui can finally get a win over Diego Simeone. Join us again after the break. It's Sevilla 0, Atletico Madrid 0 at half-time.
It's something much bigger. And after 90 seasons, the excitement is still intact in La Liga Santander and La Liga Smart Bank. It's not football, it's La Liga.
Welcome back to the Sanchez Pizjuan, where it's still Sevilla 0, Atlético Madrid 0. Atlético Madrid faced 12 shots in the first half from Sevilla, 2 of them on target. Stats courtesy of Opta, really underlining the domination of the home side. And Simeone will be grateful that at half-time his team went down the tunnel, still in this game, still at 0-0. It's so tight at the top now. Atletico Madrid, if they draw this game, will have 67 points. Madrid will have 63 points and Barcelona 62, but Barcelona will have a game in hand which they play tomorrow night against Valladolid, and obviously winning that moves them to 65, just 2 points behind Simeone's team. Simeone's side, Tony, looking like they just haven't got the legs to finish this. We may well be proved wrong in what's left of this game and in what's left of the season, but it's worrying at the moment for Atletico Madrid fans.
Yeah, Pete, it's not the best performance at this playing. It's too much chances to score a goal for Sevilla. They really deserved to take the lead, but obviously when you're playing with Jan Black, that makes the difference. At the beginning of this game, we talk about how important were the 2 goalkeepers in each side, Bonu for Sevilla and Jan Black in Atlético de Madrid. And obviously today the name is Jan Black because he saved the penalty, but not a lot of job to be done by Bonu. 2 shots from the distance of Atlético de Madrid players, and I cannot remember nothing more. They need to defend better. They need to attack if they want to win this game. At the end, it's not a bad result to get a draw at this beautiful Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, but if you want to win the title, you need to win this game.
Well, Atletico Madrid's run in, they're away to Betis next up. They then face Elche at home. They go away to they face Levante at home. Then they go away to Athletic Bilbao, and then it's Elche at home. So the game's coming thick and fast and not easy. They've still got to go away. Got to go away to Barcelona and to Valladolid. More of their games are away than at home in this 10-match run-in. 6 away and 4 at home. It's the other way around for Real Madrid, who were impressive in their win over Elche yesterday. Barca with 5 at home and 5 away.
I'm sure that Barca fans are looking at this game thinking, okay, Sevilla, do us a favor, stop Atlético de Madrid, and then we will have the chance to dream in why not win the double, because obviously Barca this April plays the Spanish Cup final against Athletic Club of Bilbao, so suddenly Ronald Koeman's side is dreaming in the possibility to win La Liga and the Cup as well. And some of the destiny in this La Liga season, it's in Sevilla's hands.
Well, the Atletico Madrid players coming back onto the pitch. Just saw Julian Lopetegui deep in thought on the bench. He must be thinking, if I don't win here tonight, I'm never going to do it against Simeone. This does seem to be like a great opportunity because his team were far better in the first 45 minutes, but plenty can change in this second half. Atletico Madrid still with that advantage at the top of the table, but their form coming into this game in their last 11 matches, 4 defeats, 4 wins and 3 draws. We said it right at the start of the match, it's not the form of champions-elect, and they needed a big turnaround post-international break, and we've not seen it yet. But they're a tough side, and even when they're second best in games, they're difficult to score against. Oblak with more clean sheets than any other goalkeeper in La Liga this season, 14 of them, and well, he's halfway there to making it 15. So ready to get back underway. Doesn't look as if there've been any further changes. We had that change in the first half with Lodi going off injured, Saul taking up his position with Correa coming on in attack for Atletico Madrid. Ball played out to Lemar, forward towards Correa. Good run this from Correa and across as well, and Suarez almost got on the end of it. What a start that would have been to the second half, just 18 seconds in. Here's Llorente. Trippier with the cross, deep one. Saul gets his head to it and gets his head also to Acuna, and to Navas, I should say. Both players stay down. And the screens and the team's just running across your screens now. Sevilla with Bono in goal, Navas, Kunde, Diego Carlos, Acuna, Jordan, Fernando and Rakitic, Suso, De Jong and Ocampos. And Atletico now with Trippier, Felipe, Jimenez, Hermoso and Saul. Llorente, Coqui, Lemar, Correa and Luis Suarez.
Frustration for Luis Suarez. In this kind of game, he knows that he will not have a lot of chances to score a goal. So every time that it's a cross, he needs to be ready to connect it in order to help his team.
Navas back on his feet. Saul, who had a difficult, shall we say, first half, with a position change thrown in as well for good measure. He's also back on his feet. Jordan. De Jong back to Joan Jordan. Diego Carlos. Kunde closed down by Lemar. There's a little bit more urgency about Atletico in terms of the way they're closing Sevilla down in the first couple of minutes of the second half. Jordan to Diego Carlos. Out towards Acuna. Forward towards Rakitic. Runs to Jimenez. He's Hermoso. Llorente. Felipe.
Well, at least it seems that Atletico Madrid understood that they need to play in different style, a different approach to the game if they want to beat Sevilla de Ramon Sánchez with Juan. It looks like a different game at the beginning of the second half.
Thomas Lemar all the way back to Felipe, finds Llorente. Llorente out to Trippier. Trippier with the cross, looking for Suarez, who goes for the acrobatics. Catches Kunde.
Suarez is never happy.
Well, with good reason tonight. He barely saw the ball in the first half. He did draw a foul from Diego Carlos. Diego Carlos was booked, but no great service to feed off of. He did have that half chance delivered to him by Correa at the start of the second period.
At least in 3 minutes, 2 crosses, trying to connect with Luis Suarez. That's quite something different for the Uruguayan player. He loves to play inside the box, not far away from it, and this is exactly what happened in the first half.
What of that? Back to Rakitic. Suso under pressure from Hermoso. Fernando back to Jules Kunde. Diego Carlos being closed down by Correa. We didn't see that in the first half, that intensity.
Not the best game for here it is, Joan Jordan. Now he was defended by 2 Atletico Madrid players. It's like Atletico understand the way they should defend Sevilla, and now Julian Lopetegui's side doesn't find the spaces to try to approach the goal defended by Jano Black.
Navas with the throw for Sevilla finds Jordan. Certainly it's Sevilla's passes that are going astray. That went straight to Jimenez. He plays the ball out towards Trippier. Correa back to Trippier. Koke. Fernando. Back to Bono. Jan Jordan.
I'm sure that Julian Lopetegui is thinking now in how to change this game. I expect to see Papu Gomez playing. It will be quite interesting because Papu Gomez, the Argentinian star, is a really good friend of Diego Pablo Simeone. He was managed by Diego Pablo Simeone 2 times in San Lorenzo de Almagro, el Ciclón de Boedo, and also in Italy, in Catania, down in the island of Sicily. It was one of the first experiences of Diego Pablo Simeone as a manager far away from Argentina, and he decided to go with Papu Gomez. And then Papu Gomez explained that even when Simeone was already Atlético's manager, they made an offer for Papu Gomez when he was in Catania, but another club, Metalist from Ukraine, paid more money, and instead of playing in Atlético de Madrid, Papu went to Ukraine. So now they meet again, but now they are enemies. One is playing for Sevilla, and the other one is the manager of Atlético de Madrid.
Well, at the moment we can only see the Atlético Madrid subs down there. Kondogbia, Herrera warming up. But as you say, Papu Gomez is an excellent option for Julian Lopetegui, as is top scorer in the city.
Obviously, Youssef in the city makes the difference. But they need to change also the way they play it. So they need to change also a midfielder.
Ball goes beyond though, Black there, and fortunately for Atletico Madrid also went beyond Campos. Acuna with the cross, headed by De Jong. It drops for Rakitic and he puts it over the top.
The first chance in the second half for Sevilla. And Ivan Rakitic unable to beat Jano Black.
Well, he came for that, got nowhere near it. Black, a misunderstanding maybe with Suarez, but they got away with that one, Atletico Madrid.
It's a strange movement by Luis Suarez because it seems that he wants to try to clear the ball, but at the end maybe he's afraid to score an own goal. He just let the ball go away, and that created a problem to Jano Black.
De Jong back to Diego Carlos under pressure from Correa. Fernando plays that out to Acuna.
I don't know, Pete, if you had the feeling that the game slowly is going into Atlético de Madrid direction. Now they defend better, still no chances, but they don't need a lot of chances to score a goal.
Well, the fluidity certainly has disappeared from Sevilla's football, and that, as you say, will play into Atletico Madrid's hands. Koke forward to Suarez. He gets it back from him, sweeps it out to Saul. Saul with a chance to cross, headed away by Fernando, only as far as Correa. Correa to Trippier, slightly behind him. Back into the area towards Suarez, headed away by Fernando. Clearance only as far as Jimenez.
And they recovered the ball so fast. Better version of Atlético de Madrid after the halftime.
Trippier, Llorente. Correa under pressure from Diego Carlos, back to Trippier. Koke does well to get away from De Jong and wins the throw. Suarez bouncing off of Acuna, going down in agony. They've certainly got the throw. I'm not sure if he's got the free kick. Sevilla in a strange position in the league because it really is done and dusted for them. They're going to finish fourth, barring an amazing turnaround in these last 10 games. They're not going to be caught by Betis, Villarreal or Real Sociedad, and they're not going to catch their third place contenders Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Suarez not happy. Look, they were changing words with Acuna.
And Acuna giving plenty back as well. And there's a yellow card coming out for both of them, and that means Suarez misses the game, the next game against Betis. He's pleading his innocence. He might have a case there as well. He was fouled, and then it seemed to be Acuna who was the aggressor. But Atlético Madrid will do without Suarez, or have to do without Suarez in their next game against Betis. Suarez is now wound up.
And they're still talking Acuna, Luis Suarez. What a character. So he won that free kick. You should be happy with that, but this is the kind of player is Luis Suarez. Love it or hate it, but he will not change.
Free kick then for Atlético Madrid. Trippier to take it. Jimenez was closest to it, but couldn't get his head to it. It's been cleared by Jan Cordan, nodded down by Ocampos, but straight to Koke.
With players like Luis Suarez, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to try to make him go mad, go angry. I had the feeling that it's like play with fire, because if Luis Suarez now it's booked and it's it feels that the referee doesn't help him, now it's another motivation to score a goal.
Well, he has been known to channel the frustration down the wrong avenue, shall we say. But as you say, if he channels it correctly, then Sevilla could pay the price. He needs a clear-cut chance, really. He hasn't had one so far, and we've almost played an hour here. Jimenez to Hermoso. Nice first-time ball, looking for Lemar, but Koundé clears forward from Ocampos. One back by Felipe, but straight to Ocampos. Here's Navas. Koke. Lemar. Nicely done by Koke into Correa. Llorente. Out to Trippier. Trippier finds Correa. That almost ran to Llorente. Instead it runs to Koke. Crowded out a little bit on the edge of the Sevilla area, and Bono has both hands on the ball. But the improvement from Atlético Madrid continues. Koke and Lemar in particular just starting to bring some civility to things in the middle of the pitch, keeping possession nicely. De Jong back to Koundé. Ball over the top for Ocampos. He used his arm. We can see from that replay that he didn't use his arm. That's exactly where the ball hit him. But
Sevilla need to change something. Lopetegui needs to react.
Well, El-Naziri, 15 goals in the league. 8 times he's broken the deadlock in matches. He scored 12 of those 15 in this stadium. Got 21 goals overall, and none of them have come from the penalty spot as well. He's had a fantastic season. He's on the bench at the moment. Navas with the cross, cleared by Hermoso. Here's Suso. Lemar comes away with it for Atlético Madrid. Koke finds Suarez, back to Koke, out to Saul, goes beyond them. You can see the frustration there from Diego Simeone in the technical area. And, well, cometh the hour, literally, cometh the man.
obvious they need to change, because Sevilla is not playing good football in the second half. When they have the ball, they don't have clear ideas. They don't find a way to create some chances to try to score the first goal. And at the end, if you have Youssef En-Nesyri, he's quite a specialist, isn't he? The logical is to change the number 9, so Luuk de Jong is out and Youssef En-Nesyri is in. But if you want to surprise Atlético de Madrid, one option is to play with 2 strikers at the same time. But knowing Joan Lopetegui, I'm not sure if he will do that.
Navas. Back to Rakitic. It's Suso. Suso with the cross. In the end, he picks out Acuna. Acuna delivers the ball. De Jong takes it down on his chest. Llorente hooks it away. Koke gets it further forward down the pitch towards Suarez.
That ball was lost. Incredible, the fate of Acuna, how he saved it, he won it, and he turned it into a cross that almost Luuk de Jong connect.
Well, it's been a success story this season. Acuna maybe made a slow start, but he's filled the boots of Reguilón. Here's Navas. Suso to Rakitic. Jordan pings that back across to Jesus Navas, who finds Jules Koundé. Goal kick. Jules Koundé, as we mentioned earlier, played all 3 games for France under 21s on international duty. We're about to find out who comes off, and it is the like-for-like swap. Tony with De Jong making way.
What we expect. Not the best game played by the Dutch striker. It's true that it's not his responsibility. It's also all the Sevilla team to blame if they've been unable to connect with Luuk de Jong. And here he is, that incredible player that came to Sevilla from Leganés. At the beginning he was always on the bench, and he started to score a lot of goals at home, away, inside the box, outside the box, with the head, with left foot, with right foot, on the first touch. In all the kind of situations, Youssef En-Nesyri is having the best season in his career. And now he wants to score again, also against Atlético de Madrid. And interesting that that substitution is made by Lopetegui. Lopetegui so sends a message to Atlético de Madrid: we are not happy with that result. We are not happy with that draw. We want to win the 2 points.
Rakitic to Suso, back to Rakitic on the edge of the area. Rakitic trying to look for Ocampos, instead finds En-Nesyri. En-Nesyri tries to get a shot away. Lemar and Suarez combining. Ball out to Trippier, forward to Thomas Lemar. Llorente finds Koke. Back to Lemar. Hermoso goes long, looking for Suarez. Koundé intercepts. Fernando forward to Jordan. One in the air by Llorente. Koke out towards Trippier. Koke with the ball over the top for Suarez, and his first touch, well, he was offside anyway, but the first touch into the hands of Bono. But again, Koke and Lemar in particular linking up in midfield. We've got some defending to do here though. Here's Suso trying to thread that through to Ocampos. Felipe comes across, blocks his path, shepherds the ball out of play, gets the pat on the back from Oblak. For Llorente.
For Sevilla, with that result, obviously they are comfortable in the 4th position. Betis is so far away. But if you don't find a way to beat Atlético Madrid, it will be all over.
Sal with the cross, headed away by Diego Carlos, only to the edge of the area to Llorente. Llorente trying to find space for the shot, and in the end took a deflection and he wins the corner.
Every time Marcos Llorente touches the ball, something special can happen. He's a different player. Look at the way he controls the ball, it's so easy. How he turned and find a way to shoot on target. It's deflected, but at least he won a corner for Atlético de Madrid.
to take it. Felipe, Jimenez and Hermoso all up from the back. Joining Suarez in the area. In it comes. Cleared by Koundé. Out towards Koke. Can he catch it nicely? Campos saved it and Koundé's made the clearance. Koke with the shot through the crowded penalty area. Campos makes the clearance. Trippier's got time to deal with this.
And Atlético Madrid going more dangerous as the game goes on. It's true that they don't need the ball, they don't need the possession, but at least it's a better version of Atlético Madrid in this second half. And the fourth of Marcos Llorente, then Koke, and finally Bono finding some troubles.
Here's Saul. He's got Correa, Suarez and Koke making runs. In the end, the pass is blocked by Koundé. Well, it now seems a long time ago when Saul stepped on Rakitic and gave away that early penalty saved by El Black.
And despite now Josefin Nesiridzin, I think Sevilla still needs something extra. It's time for Papu Gomez.
Suarez runs into Diego Carlos, but Llorente is there to pick up the loose ball. Cleared by Jordan, forward to Campos. Llorente sprinting back, and En-Nesyri sprinting forward. Koke brings it away. Ball into the area looking for Suarez, cleared by Diego Carlos.
Diego Carlos and Jules Koundé are defending so well against Luis Suarez. They protect him. Yassine Bounou, the most part of the times they clear the ball and doesn't allow Suarez to...
Oh, Campos here lines up the shot. Oh, Black takes it comfortably. Well, he gave Varane and Nacho Torre time in the Madrid derby a while back now, but as you say, he's not got too much change so far tonight out of Koundé and Diego Carlos, Luis Suarez.
It's Koke forward. And how Bounou doesn't clear the ball and allow Atlético Madrid to have a second chance.
Well, Hector Herrera is about to come on for Atlético Madrid. Impressive in the first half of the season, and seemed to get himself pretty much into Diego Simeone's preferred starting 11, but then injuries and coronavirus positive as well taken their toll. But he's about to play his part tonight. Jordan back to Diego Carlos. Forward to Jordan, he finds Suso. Navas on the overlap. Navas with the cross, comes out to Correa, who sends it back to Trippier. Trippier's long ball forward, not handball according to Jesus Gil Manzano. Suso back to Jordan. With 5 across the back and 4 parked just in front of them. Only Suarez left further forward. Koundé to Navas. Suso. Ball back from Rakitic, nice pass into Navas, clipped to the edge of the 6-yard box, the header comes in, it's Acuna with it, and it's 1-0 to Sevilla. That is a big goal for Sevilla. It's an even bigger goal potentially for Real Madrid and Barcelona. Atlético Madrid, the leaders, trail.
So you can hear how Barca and Real Madrid fans are celebrating this goal as well. And it's Marcos Acuna who went into the attack, and how important it is to have some defenders that understand also how you need to attack. Jesus Navas involved as well, Acuna too, and no miracles left by Jan Oblak. Curious. Oh, that's a possible handball. Well, Lucas Ocampos.
This could be.
This could change. This could change it all. It's at the beginning of the action, and then
it needs to be part of the same move, obviously, for the video assistant referee to intervene. Navas is not offside. It's a clever pass from Suso, and it's a great finish from Acuna.
So it's a right back with the assist, and it's the left back with the header. Beautiful goal by Sevilla. Really beautiful goal.
Well, it's the way Lopetegui likes to play. He did it last season with Navas and Reguilón, and as you say, the two fullbacks linking up there brilliantly. Acuna with the goal.
So Acuna, who was involved in that strange situation with Luis Suarez some minutes ago, proving that he's also someone with character. And Atlético de Madrid players are still talking about that handball of Lucas Ocampos.
Well, it's Cesar Sotogrado, the video assistant referee tonight. It looks as if Jesus Gil Manzano is happy for the game to continue with Sevilla 1-0 up. But
that's obviously a handball, but we need to understand if it's the same action. So the referee understands that it's a different action, that a lot of things happen after he touched the ball. So 1-0 for Sevilla.
Kondogbia also about to come on, as well as Hector Herrera. Here's Lemar. Nicely away from Jan Jordan. Blocked by Fernando. And the referee didn't like the challenge, so it's a free kick to Atletico Madrid. Well, he doesn't really need to be bringing on defensive midfield players, but he hasn't got a lot of choices on the bench, Simeone, so it is going to be Kondogbia and Herrera. Herrera obviously can also get forward as well. Been employed as a defensive midfield player this season, but let's see what he and Kondogbia can add to things here. Here's Saul, he takes that down nicely on his chest. The ball is pulled back and blazed over. What an opportunity that was for Hermoso. Chance for an immediate reply from Atletico Madrid. Saul did everything right.
Imagine if you are Sevilla.
Did everything wrong.
Imagine if you are Sevilla, you take the lead against Atlético de Madrid after just 1 second. You can see the goal like that, but it's a mistake of Mario Hermoso. Looking at Sevilla's heaven, Sevilla's sky. What a chance missed by Atlético de Madrid. Now substitutions.
Well, Lemar was one of the players who went off. I didn't see the second change. It's Hermoso. So Hermoso and Lemar go off. Hector Herrera and Kondogbia come on. Which presumably means a change in formation with just a back four now for Atletico Madrid. Is Saul into Kondogbia, back to Felipe. Saul once more. Oblak. Koundé getting the better of Correa on this occasion. Is Jordan. Suso tried to give it back to him, gives it instead straight to Kondogbia. Correa lays that ball off for Koke. Suso with a kick there, which not punished with a card, but it does give away a free kick.
And what a moment that for Sevilla could be if they find a way to finally beat Diego Pablo Simeone and his Atletico side. It can mean for Sevilla to dream in, why not end the season in the third position or in the second.
Ball over the top for Trippier. There's a chance here for Atletico Madrid if he can deliver the right sort of cross. Koundé again is the man who gets his head to it. Ocampos. Kondogbia steps in, but he has to go back to Oblak.
And suddenly it's a completely different game. Now Atletico de Madrid with the ball. Now Sevilla thinking in what's the best think they can do? Try to score the second one or defend that precious goal, trying to protect the Simbuno? Atlético Madrid suddenly looking more dangerous with the substitutions made by Diego Pablo Simeone. Is going crazy, the Argentinian manager on the bench.
Suso on the charge, he's got Neziri ahead of him. Sevilla are about to make a change. I think it's Papu Gomez who's going to come on.
No offside of Jesus Navas. Playing like a youngster when he is the oldest player today.
He's going to take this throw as well. Kunde. Just one defeat against Sevilla for Diego Simeone since 2012. 18 meetings.
That's incredible. That's why it can be so important if Sevilla finds the way to hold that result and beat Atlético de Madrid. And for Atlético de Madrid, imagine you lose this game, Barca plays against Valladolid tomorrow.
Suso with Acuna to his right, with Navas to his right. Navas tried to get the cross in. Felipe slid across, made the clearance.
I want to grow old like Jesus Navas. It's incredible.
Is he growing old? That's the question.
Or he's getting younger.
Well, certainly
What's the secret of Jesus Navas?
Contender for King of the Match tonight. Ocampos goes off, and Papu Gomez comes on, as you say, a man who knows Diego Simeone very well.
Good game played by Lucas Ocampos. It's true that he missed the penalty. And suddenly, no, it's Suso.
Well, we saw Ocampos walking to the touchline, but as you say, Suso's gone off to be replaced by Papu. Just the one goal so far for Sevilla since joining in January. Diego Carlos hammers that one forward towards Neziri, headed back by Jimenez to Oblak. Jimenez forward to Hector Herrera, who's now playing just in front of Felipe and Jimenez, alongside Kondogbia. Correa's ball forward to Suarez.
Campbell
on the free kick. Atletico players wanting a card.
And Luis Suarez will miss the game against Betis. Let's see if Joao Felix is ready to be back. At least Carrasco for sure will play it against Betis. He hits the clear handball.
And you can see from that replay as well why Atletico Madrid players wanted a yellow card. I'm not sure in the end if a yellow card was shown or it wasn't shown to an Atletico player for dissent. We'll find that out shortly. I think it was Llorente. And the automatic, well, there's another player who misses the next match. So things go from bad to worse for Atletico Madrid. No Suarez and no Llorente for the next game, the two top scorers. The ball into the area, goes beyond Kondogbia. The most sensible change, or the most obvious change for Suarez, of course, is Moussa Dembélé. But he suffered, he was a coronavirus positive when he arrived, and he's really struggled since, and he fainted, of course, in training, as we just see again the goal from Acuna during the international break. Training with Atletico Madrid, he fainted, and there do seem to be some concerns about him, and he's being welcomed back to first team action slowly. He wasn't in the group that travelled to Sevilla. He's not on the bench, obviously, tonight. So the so-called best squad in this three-team title race is starting really to not look like the best squad at all. Here's Hector Herrera. Back to Felipe. Trippier. Llorente, one player who will go right to the last second in this game, and still with a spring in his step as well, although he's gone down.
Seems like Llorente at least one of 4 a foul for Atlético de Madrid. After it seems that it is a fourth and then in nothing. Dangerous foul, that one.
So an excellent free kick opportunity this for Atlético Madrid. 10 minutes left here. They need to salvage something from this game. Otherwise, Barcelona can close the gap to 1 point tomorrow night if they beat Valladolid. Koke to take this free kick. Atletico players packed on the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by Diego Carlos, out as far as Trippier. Correa. Ball out to Saul. Finds Hector Herrera, looking for Kondogbia. And Naziri with the header away. Llorente caught the volley all wrong and it goes behind for a goal kick. Well, Simeone desperately needs some inspiration from somewhere. Bono with the kick. Saul, closed down by Ocampos. Saul wins that particular duel, but Jordan puts the ball out for a throw. Saul wants to take it quickly. Elected in the end not to do so when Hector Herrera was the only option on. Suarez hammers that back to Jimenez. Koke. Suarez lays that one off to Saul, but he can't get the ball under control, and Navas can send it back to Bono, and Sevilla with the 1-goal advantage here. Trippier. Hector Herrera finds Koke. Saul. Can't get past Fernando. Ball forward to Naziri. He's all on his own and he can't get past Jose Jimenez.
Very well defended by Jimenez there. Now Sevilla defending with a lot of players inside his own half. That doesn't allow Atlético de Madrid to find spaces.
Naziri finds Rakitic, who gives it back to Naziri. The cross for Ocampos. He goes down, wants a penalty. He's not going to get one. He's waved up by the referee. Llorente back to Kondogbia. Kondogbia to Koke. Llorente to Trippier. Trippier back to Hector Herrera. Koke once more. Finds Correa. Back to the Mexican. Ocampos. Way back once again to Bono.
And with that result, what a game it can be, that Barça against Valladolid. What a chance for Ronald Koeman's side to close the gap.
Well, they'll close the gap to 1 point if they can beat Valladolid. And as you said earlier, Tony, Barça would always be favourites in that game anyway, but Valladolid are in a sorry state at the moment. They've got so many players out. They're also missing Oriana through suspension. So Barcelona will be expected to win that one, and if they do, and things don't change here, then they move to within 1 point. Here's Ocampos. He's got Naziri through the middle. He can't get past Felipe, who after a shaky start to the game has held things together at the back for Atlético Madrid tonight. Rakitic to Joan Jordan. Cunha. Ball over the top for Papu Gomez to chase. Trippier heads it clear, only as far as Acuna. His goal separates the two sides at the moment. Back to Papu Gomez. This is Navas. Sevilla are preparing another change. It looks as if it's going to be Godel who comes on. Kunde goes down after that challenge from Kondogbia. Mudo Vasquez might also be about to come on as well. And another yellow card coming out as well for Kondogbia.
So it's getting worse and worse for Atlético Madrid. You're losing that game. You will be playing next week against Betis away without Luis Suarez and without Marcos Llorente. Madrid won his game against Eibar. Barca should won against Valladolid. And Sevilla obviously also won this game. And well, they claimed for that penalty. Lopetegui going crazy.
Well, if you're looking for positives for Atletico Madrid supporters, it is the Clásico next week, so guaranteed that either Madrid or Barca or possibly both will drop points. Godeli comes on and Mudo Vasquez comes on as well.
And now obviously Lopetegui wants to protect that incredible result with Godeli playing as a holding midfielder.
Mudo Vasquez back to Navas. Godeli. Kunde with the ball over the top. Rakitic plays it back to Navas. He might get a few congratulatory text messages tonight, Rakitic, from former teammates. Here's Mudo Vasquez. Ball back to Navas into Fernando. I'm not used to seeing him that high up the pitch. Saul, Koke and Kondogbia combine to bring it away for Atletico Madrid, but they don't get too far.
Sevilla wants to end the game playing closer to Jan Black. If you lose the ball there, it's not so dangerous. Look at Jules Koundé where he's playing right now.
Well, we're seeing Koundé and Fernando in the final third for Sevilla, which perhaps underlines how confident they are about seeing this one out. They've only got the one goal advantage, but Atletico Madrid not causing them too many problems at the moment. Here's Kondogbia. Hector Herrera. Felipe across to Jimenez. Saul. It's Koke on the left touchline, finally found by Saul. He clips the ball over the top of Navas, back to Saul. His cross might drop for Suarez. No, it's Diego Carlos who heads it well up rather than away, but he gets it away with the second attempt. Acuna clears it, only as far as Kondogbia. It was late drama in Atletico Madrid's last game when Oblak saved that penalty. Can they produce something? They'll need it at the other end of the pitch this time if they're to get anything from this match. Godeli with the clearance. Jimenez wins the header. Hector Herrera. Back towards Felipe. Under pressure from Mudo Vasquez. He got there first though. Plays the ball to Saul. Saul finds Correa. Gets it back to him. Saul tried to give it back to Correa. It was one pass too many and the move broke down, but they've got it back. Here's Suarez. Suarez on the turn. Gets it back from Saul. Goes down in the area. On the edge of the area, I should say, but gets back to his feet. Here's Llorente. Out to Trippier. But Sevilla with everybody in or on the edge of their penalty area. Out comes Mudo Vasquez to close down Kondogbia. Llorente to Correa, trying to turn away from Gudeli. There's just no way through for Atletico Madrid, and we're in the last minute now. We're about to find out how much time will be added on. Bono just about gets that forward before it's taken away from him. Chance for a counter-attack here. En-Nesyri. Hector Herrera back to Jose Jimenez. 4 minutes to be added on. We're 4 minutes from a first win over Diego Simeone. For Julian Lopetegui. There's a chance here for Suarez. He's got away from Koundé. He might find Correa. He's found Correa. It's a save from Bono and cleared by Navas. That was the chance, and they didn't take it.
What a moment. What an assist provided by Luis Suarez to Correa. And if in the first half it was Jan Oblak, the hero, denying Lucas Ocampos to score the penalty, now it's Yacine Bounou, the man who scored the goal away at Valladolid, denying Atlético de Madrid to score the equalizer.
Jimenez with the ball back into the area. Koundé heads it away.
It's surprising how Sevilla allow two Atlético de Madrid players to create that chance in the last minutes.
Well, En-Nesyri goes for goal, and he's not going to beat Oblak from there. Well, they're perhaps lulled in, have been lulled into a false sense of security by Atletico Madrid, who haven't threatened too much in the last 20 minutes or so, but they had a great chance there, but they weren't able to take it. Is there another chance left in this game for them? The ball comes out to Kondogbia, and En-Nesyri gets his head to it first. Jimenez reaches the loose ball and plays it back to Felipe.
I just can't remember two chances in the second half for Atletico Madrid, but two of them were so clear. Marius Hermoso's a fourth, and now that save of Bounou at Correa.
Ball out to Trippier. Marcos Llorente. Can't get past Acuna, who's been excellent tonight, and on top of everything else has scored what may well turn out to be the winner here. Down goes Diego Carlos inside the Sevilla penalty area. Well, it was Hector Herrera's pass over the top that fed Suarez. He found Correa, and it was an excellent opportunity. Chose to take it with his right foot. And Bono made the save. Well, as you say, they've only had two chances, but two very good chances. Maybe not falling to the players that Diego Simeone would have liked them to have fallen to. Minute and a half left. Felipe under pressure from Papu Gomez, sends the ball back to Oblak. Launched long towards Suarez, bounces beyond him. Koundé heads it clear. Navas. Hector Herrera to take the throw. Kondogbia gives it back to him.
So one last chance for Atletico Madrid.
Felipe looking for Trippier. Ball goes out for a throw.
Good defense of Simeone. It's the same Atletico Madrid that we saw struggling before the international break.
Well, it is exactly the same. It's been a similar performance to the one against Alaves. We thought that the break would do them good. Chance for them to refresh certain players and get back to the way they were playing earlier in the season, but they've not done that tonight, and they've not looked refreshed either. They have had chances in the second half, but they haven't been able to take them, and this will be their last opportunity. We've played the 4 minutes of added time, but they do have a free kick. One more opportunity. It's going to be Trippier to deliver it. Felipe, Hermoso, Herrera, Suarez, all on the edge of the penalty area. In it comes, it's a deep one. Saul gets his head to it. There's a chance at the back post for Kondogbia, is there? The whistle's blown. It's a free kick to Sevilla, and there'll surely be no time to take it.
So that that will be the end of the history today at the Ramon Sánchez Pizjuán. What a victory for Sevilla. Finally, they find a way to beat a top 3 club. They made it against Atlético de Madrid. Normally, it was Simeone who stole the show at the Ramon Sánchez Pizjuán, but today it's all over. Sevilla back to winning days, and La Liga right now it's burning.
Well, we asked the question at the start of the game, could Atlético Madrid find their early season form again after the international break? The answer has been a definite no. Marcos Acuna scoring the only goal of the game on 70 minutes. It could have been worse because Sevilla missed a first half penalty. El Black saving from El Campos after Saul had fouled Rakitic. A couple of good opportunities in the second half for Atlético Madrid, falling to Hermoso. And then to Correa, but neither of them were taken. You're seeing again the goal that separated the two teams after 90 minutes. My thanks to Tony. Reminder of the final score here. It's finished Sevilla 1, Atlético Madrid 0, and the gap at the top, if Barca beat Valladolid on Monday night, will be down to just 1 point. Well, Julian Lopetegui gets his first ever win over Diego Simeone. Diego Simeone only his second defeat against Sevilla in 19 meetings since taking over as Atletico coach. They've been one of his favourite rivals, but it all went wrong for them tonight, time and time again. Rakitic and Suarez not appearing to want to exchange pleasantries there with his former Barcelona teammate. And we wait to talk to a player from Sevilla and a player from Atletico Madrid. And of course, Atletico Madrid will have to come back to the city of Seville next weekend to face Betis, and they'll have to do so without Marcos Llorente and without Luis Suarez. We're going to speak to Coque.
Después de este partido donde Coque lo habéis intentado, pero ¿qué supone para vosotros esta derrota? ¿Qué tal? Buenas noches.
Hola, buenas noches. Bueno, una derrota dura, ¿no? Yo creo que el equipo lo ha intentado todo.
It's a big defeat.
El primer tiempo nos ha costado, en el segundo hemos tenido
We found it very difficult in the first half. In the second half, we had chances, but we weren't lucky with the chances that we did have.
Bueno, yo creo que nos faltaba recuperar el balón, ¿no?
Well, we're not winning the ball back, and then we need to play 3 or 4 passes consecutively after